We're going to check in with some of these decks that have certainly been, well, tailored to put a smile on your face. And so with Good Morning Magic in full swing, my friends, it's time to head down to the feature match area for round number 10 here at GP Birmingham. What's up, nerds? Welcome to Good Morning Magic. You're with me, Riley Knight, with him, Rafael Levy, the Pro Tour Hall of Famer, and here we have on your screen Mario Rodriguez Lopez and Antonio Matos Donaire. We have Mono Black Control, MBC. Don't call it a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. No Grey Merchant of Asphodel this time around, but we do have the new Cabal coffers. Blue-black mid-range from Donaire, a deck I think we've all seen before. All hail the Scarab God, although his reign over Standard has sort of been cut to a brutal end here, Raf.
Oh, well, it's certainly not as good as before Dominaria came out, but it's still a force to be reckoned with, because the card is still pretty good.
Still pretty good, yes indeed. Here is a Glint Sleeve Siphoner, a card that has gotten a lot worse since Dominaria has joined us here. Goblin Chain Whirler just really getting it done, whirling those chains around.
So I was talking to Martin Hughes before the round,
yeah,
and he said, well, Rampaging Ferocidon got banned to give a chance to token decks and to swarm decks. But then Goblin Chain Whirler arrived. So these decks also got a huge setback again, because it's hard to beat a card that kills all your board.
Just like one shot you, yeah, it's pretty rough. Here's a Gifted Aetherborn now for Donaire. The mid-range strategy of the blue-black sort of approach to Scarab God decks is, again, a lot more mid-range base, a lot less controlling, and able to put together some pretty aggressive starts. Gifted Aetherborn is a real nice one now. In order to, buffer the life total a little bit, contest the board very convincingly, especially against all those big green idiots that people may be slamming and jamming with. Going to exile a swamp to Azor's Gateway here. Lopez looking to get those 5 different cards with converted mana costs. And we'll see what's up now. Looks like Lopez has a 2-mana play as well here, after having looted away with the Gateway. So let's have a look. Walking Ballista for 1.
The Aetherborn here not doing his best job. Like it's good against aggro decks, not too good against control. It's just a 2/3 lifelink. The lifelink mostly relevant against the control decks.
So back to Lopez now. You may have already noticed he's playing a fair few artifacts in this mono-black deck. I mean, there are plenty of mono-black all-stars in the standard format at the moment, but they do have to sort of be accompanied by some colorless cards. Not quite enough black cards to fill out the full 75 here. We do have the list in front of us here, Raf, which is not a bad spot to be in.
In the booth with deck lists.
Oh yeah,
that's a good spot.
Yeah, it's a nice spot here. So
in
addition to of course the 4 copies that you would expect of cards like Fatal Push, cards like Khan as well, no surprises there. Vraska's Contempt also returning as a 4 of, and Cabal Stronghold is a card that has really juicing this whole strategy up here as Lopez untaps. But some other black cards that are going to get it done. There's Gonti, Josu Ves, Tetsumok. Tetsumok's getting it done in Standard now all of a sudden. Limited All-Star, and getting some work done in Constructed now.
Battle of the Bridge to kill the Aetherborn.
And unsurprising to see a mono-black control list full of all manner of removal spells. Cast Down also there. Doomfall as a 4 of. Very interesting to see the fact that there are 0 copies of Dreadshade in this list.
It's most likely control. Then the Shade is good to attack, but
yeah,
it's also good to block. But then you tap out, play 3/3, that would die to a Braid. If it's on turn 3, then you could protect if it's on turn 4, but I guess this is not what he wants to finish the game. Josu Ves, Lich Knight.
Yeah, this guy's huge.
Is a better way to finish the game than...
Pretty good rate on turn 4, even just as a 4/5, and then creates a huge swarm, a huge army on with 10 mana, and he's Khan. a sign of Urza. This guy, an absolute powerhouse in Standard. We see his stocks rise and rise as he appears in more and more Standard decks. As a colourless Planeswalker just seems to be slammed into so many different positions. Even in the Legacy winning list from yesterday, Gary Campbell playing 2 copies of Karn in the main. Certainly helped him on his way to victory.
There were 2 other copies of Karn in the top 8.
Is that right?
Yeah, in the Affinity deck.
On the Affinity list as well. There you go.
The sideboard. So
Cast Down is going to be popped in the hand of Lopez here, and Vraska's Contempt gets a silver counter. And one of the reasons that cards like Josu Vess are able to be played, I mean, you don't generally play 10 drops in Standard, but this new one, Cabal Stronghold, is a way to get them going.
Yeah, the next Swamp Mario plays is pretty much going to provide 2 black mana.
It's netting in mana now, yeah. A pretty steep cost to pay.
Yeah.
You know, each basic swamp you control, a little bit different from Cabal Coffers. But yeah, once you get those swamps really flying about, got a whole bunch of them on the battlefield, and that Cabal Stronghold taps for a lot of mana. Here's Glintsleeve Siphoner now, getting busy and cutting Karn down to size.
Yeah, Antonio is considering blowing it up with his Field of Ruins.
I think a wise decision there.
Yep. But nope.
Okay, it's going to be Champion of Wits instead. Draw 2, discard 2. Another classic card that works very well with Scarab God.
He wants to keep his 2 mana open. If he doesn't have anything to play with his 2 lands, then blowing up the Cabal Stronghold would have been a wiser decision. But he probably has something to do.
Well, we'll see here. Discards 2 lands. Yep. And now a Gifted Aetherborn once again. So it looks like Daenerys well and truly leaning into his role as the beatdown here. Playing a bunch of little 2-power beaters, trying to put some pressure on Lopez, who is going to lean heavily on this Karn as a way for him to push forward in this game. 4 mana.
Oh, look at this. Discarding a Cast Down.
Oh, looting. Sorry, looting with Azor's Gateway. Yep.
Yeah, I don't need that one. Your creature is irrelevant.
That's a pretty bold move there. It's a pretty strong message to be sending there. Slam that one in the post box. Back to Lopez now. And as you say, Raph, a single swamp here will turn that Cabal Coffers on, make it start netting extra mana.
If he doesn't have the swamp in hand, he's looking for it. He can still loot with the Azor's Gate and find the swamp. Pretty much looting for free here, if he wants the swamp. Can also look for it with Karn. Out of the 2 cards, it's pretty likely he hits the swamp, and his opponent.
Wow, aggressive stuff from Daenerys there.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Grabbing him off the top of his opponent's library for him. Oh, and then tucking the Karn away. 180 degrees rotated from the Vraska's Contempt. That's top notch. Some top notch BM there from Daenerys.
Yeah, there was a question here whether or not he wanted to give the swamp to Mario. It was fairly obvious that Mario did not have a swamp in hand, and the second card was virtually doing nothing on this board. So maybe a quick decision. Maybe that was the right one.
It's the sort of thing you think automatically, I'll give him the land.
Yeah,
like,
I give the land,
automatically give him the land. But here, actually, that may not have been great.
Yeah. Giving 2, he basically gave him 2 lands. And that card was not doing much here. Because now Mario has access to 7 mana.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it's difficult.
Well, maybe Mario had the swamp in hand and it was just...
So here's Josu Vess, just a 4/5.
It's 4/5.
4/5.
You know who Josu is?
Yeah, Liliana's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I know you got all the lore from like 100 million years ago. You know all the squeeze and the,
what happened to him?
Urzas and everything.
What happened to Josu?
So Liliana finally was able to destroy him by luring him back to the Vest Manor.
No, but why is he all bad looking?
Why was he corrupted? He was corrupted by the Cabal. And he was used to lead their army of undead servants
by
Belzenlock.
Belzenblock.
Mate, you are not honestly you are not going to beat me with recent lore.
Well done.
I'm all over mtgstory.com.
That's good.
Martha Wells, mate.
It's good.
All about it. Don't even worry about it. I don't know who, like, Cisse's second cousin is or anything. I'm sure you can tell us.
It's Brose.
Brose.
Yeah, Brose.
Calm down. As all the clowns come in there, you can see a silver counter remaining on those cards. And this is the thing, if we have future Khans, they will have access to those cards with silver counters. They didn't have to be exiled to that specific Khan.
Mario runs four.
Full 4.
4 Khans, so still 2 in the deck. I'm not trying to trick you, Riley.
No, I know, you're just putting me to the test.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, and I want viewers to, keeping
I think it's fair enough. Throughout the last 2 days of Legacy,
Yeah.
you've been showing off your Vorthos knowledge of previous formats.
Look at this.
Oh, Bontu's Last
That's-
Reckoning now. That's big game. It's the 3-mana Wrath effect. Lopez isn't going to get to untap those
That's
3
very
lands.
big game. How many does he run?
2 copies of.
2. And that's
And here
a
we
Scarab
have a
God.
Scarab God now. The Amonkhet Invocation version of the Scarab God here. You may have seen it before. Maybe been lucky enough to crack it open in a pack of Amonkhet. Or sorry, of Hour of Devastation, I should say, of course.
Mm-hmm. Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
So badass.
Just won't let up. Running roughshod over standard for a long time. Good to see some fresh faces here contesting the Scarab God. And of course, many anticipated old Scabby G to become the scourge of the new Brawl format. Ended up being Baral, Chief of Compliance, who had to get the chop early on, though.
So
And,
Mario not untapping yet.
This is a huge move here for Lopez because none of these lands are untapping next turn.
No, this is this turn. They already
They already have it untapped?
Yeah.
Is it now his turn?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So
He
he's
has
not
access to 6 mana.
okay. He's not doing this during the end step of Daenerys. All right. Wasn't immediately clear how that one was working there.
So I think he was considering playing his Tetsimok, but I think he wants 7. He wanted 7 mana to kill the Scarab God first. He wanted to prey on the Scarab God,
Right.
but he did not have the mana to do that. And now Scarab God active. There's a Chupacabra.
Looks like Daenerys is
good.
considering an activation in the upkeep here, and I tell you what, Daenerys really getting up in the grill of Mario Rodriguez Lopez. I didn't see him handing out an invitation to his barbecue, so I don't know why he's all up in his opponent's grill, but all the same, I'm not sure about this.
He can get a Ballista. He can get a Chupacabra. Yeah, Scarab God is going to be good if Mario does not have a Rescue Contem to take care of it. Nope, no activation during upkeep.
Going to keep that mana available for
Yeah, I don't think it was necessary during
next
upkeep.
time.
Yep, attack for 5.
Get in there for 5. Secret mode of Scarab God is able to attack for 5 every now and again. Usually just drains them out, but this time. So, let's see what Daenerys' next move is here. 5 mana available. Lopez with 6 mana available. Thanks to that Cabal Stronghold.
Next turn, he has 9 mana available.
Continuing to spiral further and further out of control here. Lopez's mana is just getting juiced up.
I think Mario could have waited a little bit to play his Josu.
Yeah.
He's very close to 10 mana.
Try to get that full value.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to beat these zombies.
There's a lot of them.
8.
8.
8 is a weird number to make zombies. It's usually 13.
It's usually 13 or
Usually
7.
2 or 7. How do you make 7 zombies?
Well, no, I think that number appears in Magic a lot more than anything else. Not specifically tied to zombies, but I think you often draw 7 cards.
yeah.
Lose 7 life.
Why 8?
Not sure.
Oh, come on, you know the lore.
It's not dealt with in the lore, man.
Maybe in the lore he has like 8 friends.
Well,
Oh, it's like the
if that's the case, it has
Snow White.
Snow White and the 7 dwarves and the 8 zombies.
It's Josuves and the 8 zombies.
Josephus and the 8 zombies.
He ate the bad apple from Liliana. Liliana gave him the bad apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he woke up with the 8 zombies.
I think it's almost. I mean, if that wasn't the angle, I mean, obviously that wasn't the angle taken by the by the creative team. But I'll tell you what, they certainly missed the boat on that one.
How do you know?
Because I've read the stories, dude. And you should too, mtgstory.com, if you haven't seen all of this stuff. I don't know, man. I mean, I know a fair few people who are kind of like story agnostic. They're not really that into it. They recognize that it exists for some people, but aren't super into it. And you are missing out. People like that. I'm not the biggest like Vorthos nerd on the face of the planet, but it really does add new depth to the card, knowing what is going on at any point during a set like this.
Restless Content was one of the first steps in the Myers game to get back into it.
Also one of the story spotlight cards. mtgstory.com.
But Restless Content?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is? I don't know about this one.
Don't know about that one?
Tell me.
It's when it's when she showed off her skills not as only as a Gorgon but also as a pirate to Jace after having rescued Jace from a lonely rock in the middle of the sea. And Jace was quite amazed to see how mercilessly she butchered these vampires. You can see one of those vampires there that she's turned to stone. Old pointy-eared devil. Now looking more like a lawn ornament. But a very tidy answer to the Scarab God, and 4 copies of this card are in Mario Rodenas Lopez's deck. Not the number that we're used to seeing in today's standard. Certainly a couple of months ago it was a snap 4 of inclusion to tussle with Hazoret and the Scarab God. These days we've seen it tail off a little bit, but certainly a good choice when you are expecting to face threats like the Scarab God, threats like Hazoret the Fervent. And Lopez doing a good job of well and truly just working his way further and further into this game. And this Azor's Gateway might flip, which means he's going to have access to more mana than you can shake a stick at here.
0, 1, 2. And 1 again.
1 again. Okay, so still a ways off. Still a ways off here.
Dark Bargain. That's a card you in limited. Like it costs 4. It's good, but it costs 4.
Yeah, it's still good. I mean,
it's still a bet you played and constructed. That's the fact of fiction. The poor man's fact of fiction.
Yeah, I mean, the very, very poor man's fact of fiction. It is a real bargain fact of fiction. It's not really, in fact, it's not even like true. It's not even true or false. It's like a kid's color me in puzzle activity in a joke book or something. Certainly not the powerhouse draw engine you see on your screen right now. Ready? Ready for this? Squee, Hannah.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Did I get it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
But who's Anna?
Hannah?
Yeah.
The ship's navigator.
Yeah, but who's she? What's her relationship with the other crew members?
Second cousin once removed. No idea.
Who's her dad?
I've got no idea.
It's Baron.
It's which one?
Baron.
Barin.
Baron.
Barin. Okay,
Baron.
Sure.
Who cast Obliterate?
Not Baron Harkonnen.
He cast Obliterate when Anna died in the hands of the Phyrexian.
Here's another card now for Daenerys.
So George's lover.
Going very deep here. Going to make a little token.
That's the whole story.
And back to Lopez now. He's lost that Cabal stronghold to the Field of Ruin. Went out and searched out another swamp now. And Daenerys, well, trying to meaningfully contest Lopez, but I have a feeling that the longer the game goes, the better Lopez's cards are going to end up being.
Yeah, but the longer they go, the more the access to more cards Antonio has with
his card.
Champions and Karn.
That's true, yeah.
So,
yeah, and this 4/4 is a real beater. I'm sure Lopez has got plenty of answers for it, but he's going to need to find them quick. So let's see what's up now. It's going to be a Karn for Lopez as well, so dueling Karns here. And going upstairs immediately. 2 cards off the top. Another Karn.
That's card number...
and a Gonti.
That's card number 4.
Number 4, number 3?
That's number 4.
Number 4 total for the match, or number 4 for Lopez?
There's no more Karn in the deck. There's one is dead, one is exiled. One is in his hand and
Okay.
one's in play. So we have
If
all
only,
4 cards.
if only it were Hedron alignment.
Could what?
If it were Hedron alignment, he'd win the game during his next upkeep.
Yeah, one has to be exiled.
Yeah.
Oh, you can exile it with
Yeah.
Corrin. That's cool.
Yeah. Shame's not the standard anymore. But yeah, Hedron alignment would win the game during his next upkeep.
If it was a Karn.
If it was a, yeah.
So, yeah.
If all of those cards were Hedron alignments,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he'd also win the game if his opponent's life total was 0, had no cards in library, and he was forced to draw. So, you know. Number of other ways for him to win the game here. Let's see what's up now for Daenerys. This is 6 mana. It's going to be Walking Ballista for 3. All right.
Is it lethal here?
So
Might be
going
lethal,
straight
yeah.
upstairs.
Might be lethal.
Take you for 7. We'll see what Azor's Gateway can find here. Draw a card.
So it's 4, 7 plus 3. No, it's not lethal yet.
Getting close, however. And Khan hits the exile zone. Khan number 2.
But
Khan
then
number 4.
Tetsumak is going to sweep whatever is left of Antonio's creatures. I think that's the plan. He can kill 3 creatures. And Antonio has 4.
So Lopez down to 6 now. He's got 4, 1, 2,
And 0.
and 0. So if Lopez can flip this Azor's Gateway, it will start producing 11 mana for him. It's a lot of mana.
First, he's going to take care of Antonio's board.
So let's have a look at what's going on here. Tetsumak Primal Death. 1 swamp. He's going to flip the Azor's Gateway off the top. And can he exile a card in order to flip this Gateway? I mean, he can exile the Tetsumak, but I feel like that's probably not the card he wants to get rid of here.
Not really. He's a 5-drop.
What are you thinking of here, buddy?
A 3-drop. Oh, he is
A
a...
Walking Ballista.
No.
I think of
Ballista
Bontu's
is 0.
last reckoning.
All right. Is that a 3? Oh, is
Yeah.
it going to flip?
Yeah, it's going to flip.
Oh, again, 5 life.
Flip.
Ding.
So gain 5. Sanctum of the Sun now tapping for 11 mana.
That's good because now he's out of ballista range.
Yeah.
The thing is, if it didn't flip the gate, he would be on 3 life with an empty board in his opponent's side. But he would be on at Ballista's reach.
Yeah. Yep, so those wobbly old sausages aren't going to be able to
So now at 11 life.
quite get him this time.
Sanctum of
And
the Sun.
Lopez passes.
So you know what's in the Sanctum of the Sun, right?
The Immortal Sun.
Yeah.
Yep. Guarded by Azor, of course. And
So that's going to be a huge turn.
It looked like Lopez passed, but obviously he's not doing that. So
It's killing. He has a lot of mana.
Vraska's Contempt here, up now to 13. So that Sanctum of the Sun only getting better. I'm going to tap it now.
Adding
13 mana.
13 mana, yeah. Playing the Vraska's Contempt to gain 2 life and
Yeah.
gain 2 mana.
Again, 2 mana. Yeah, that
That's
Vraska's
the-
Contempt actually only costs, in effect, 2 mana, right? So Daenerys. Yep. All right. Mario Rodenas Lopez. He's got such an amount of mana in his pool that it's near enough to infinity to be irrelevant here.
Yeah, you can't. I think he wants to ping him for 3 before he taps 4 mana, but that just doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all.
If you tap the Sanctum, you get 13 mana right away.
You can't
There's
respond.
no-
You can't
yeah,
respond to the
there's
ability.
no-
The best Daenerys could have hoped for there is responding to the Vraska's Contempt. That was the last time he had
Yeah.
priority. So now, Daenerys, 13 mana in... Oh, sorry, Lopez, 13 mana in pool. And looks like we're going to have a bit of a Plague Wind coming in now as the judge explains the interaction here. But, of course, the ability on Sanctum of the Sun, unless I'm mistaken, is a mana ability and cannot be responded to.
It's not targeting.
It's not targeting. Mana ability. Oh, here we go. We are going to get the card. We're going to get an official Oracle reading of the card to ensure this is exactly what's going on here. But unless the two of us have
No, I don't think we're wrong on this one.
missed this one, then that is the way it's going to go here. So, prey counter, prey counter, prey counter, prey counter.
It's a very angry.
The hunter marks his prey.
How can you do that as a Discovery Channel commentaries on this
There wasn't
one.
a quite Discovery Channel there, but Plague Wind is essentially exactly what this card is going to do here. We're going to see 3 go upstairs, or is it going to go to Khan?
He lurks in the shadow and finds his prey.
Tetsimok,
One by one, he
Always.
marks them with the mark of death.
always hungry.
When the time comes,
He pounces.
yeah.
And now, Daenerys, after having his board obliterated, must rally and recover. The
Tet-
winter is long.
Tetsimok reigns supreme on his territory.
The gifted Etherborn, however, has a deadly touch, and Tetsimok is well contested by this small creature. His poisonous fangs are very difficult for this large monster to overcome. Calm down. And this apex predator being held off by the Etherborn vampire at this stage. And Mario Rodriguez Lopez, I don't know what is going on. We need to get his mother down here, tell him to clean his room, because he has got half of his lands untapped the wrong way.
Would the Tournament of Hellfire be good here?
I think probably it would be pretty good. And now Lopez, mate, untap your... Oh, he's tapping his lands backwards, up to front, upside down, pounce down, inside out.
It's only a walking ballista.
He's a walking ballista.
For how much? 13? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. For 20.
For 22.
Only 8?
No, he shot the Etherborn.
Oh, yeah.
And now, Tetsimok stalks across the battlefield. Daenerys now takes a big pasting from the 6/6.
He's 1 land short. Of
Lopez
playing,
still has a land upside down. Oh my goodness!
Montanio is 1 land short of playing a Scarab God and bring back Chupacabra.
That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. I don't know what kind of nature documentary is going to manage to justify a small dog eating one of them, a huge spiky dinosaur, but
So he's 22 mana. He can add 5 counters.
the wonder of nature.
23 lands. Oh, he's 1 land away from having 6, from putting 6 counters on his.
So, Walking Ballista shoots the Scarab God out of the sky, and now
Oh, the sky. He's out of the sky.
he's pretty tall, man. Pretty tall dude. And Daenerys has seen enough now with the activation of the Walking Ballista about 500,000 times, and that is that there. Game number 1 going the way of Mario Rodriguez Lopez. Lightning fast play. Blink and you'll miss it. Only took him 27 minutes to lock up game number 1 there, Raf. Mono Black Control at its finest, doing the good work. And, wow, I mean, I like what I see from this deck. Wouldn't mind seeing a little fast, however.
Yeah, the control decks, they often play. The games are often decided by who has the most mana. So it's always like, I'll play 1 more land. I'll play 1 more land. It's a little race.
Yeah.
But then when one deck goes, okay, I'm adding 13 lands, 13 mana to my pool.
Tap 1 land, add 13.
At 13, that's a big step.
It's a bug step.
It's a big step.
It's a big step, eh? Rodriguez Lopez now hitting the sideboard, and surprisingly, the depth of the black card pool at this point is going to enable him to juice up his deck with a few more options. Arguel's Bloodfast, Battle of the Bridge, another Bontu's Last Reckoning, Crook of Condemnation. I really like the 4 copies of Duress against the field. Perhaps not in this matchup, but against the field, I think Duress is really well positioned. Golden Empire's Lost Legacy, Moment of Craving here, so plenty of methods for him to contest in there. What are you looking at out of this 15 here on the bench to get it done against blue-black midrange?
It's hard because blue-black midrange can be aggressive as well, so we can't really take out these fatal pushes because he needs to kill the siphoners. I think his main deck is good. Maybe I'm not sure about Torment of Hellfire. It's a finisher, but I don't know if that's the matchup you wanted in.
I don't know if it's even really necessary, right?
Yeah.
Just keep on contesting the board until you run him out of threats.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, on the other hand, Antonio Matos Daenerys, he's playing 2 Deadeye Tracker, which is spelt with an A at the end. Deadeye Tracker. I mean, for me, it doesn't matter. I say it like Tracker and Tracker. I just say Tracker, so it's the same. But still, nice bit of spice here from him on the deck and the deck registration. Aethersphere Harvester. Cast down the Eldest Reborn as well. Argos Bloodface, Vraska's Contempt, and 3 Duress and 3 Negate.
It's a lot more room to navigate in the blue-black.
He can definitely reposition himself. I really like the negates. I love the duresses here. What else are we looking at as we look at Antonio's list here?
I think he's going to sideboard out his Etherborns because they're not doing that much.
Really low impact, right?
Yeah, it's 2/3. The lifelink is quite irrelevant. When you see the end game of mono black control is add 20 mana, deal 20 to you or something like this.
Yep. And
That's
the
Etherborn is not
the
doing.
Etherborn is like
Yeah.
take it for 2.
Yeah. Well, it blocked Tetsimok, but I don't think that's a late game you wanna be in. So that's a very easy card to sideboard out.
Easy cut.
Yeah, he can board in Duress. He can board in Negates.
I like the Bloodfast as well.
Bloodfast as well.
Yeah.
Better than Blood Slow.
Better than Blood Slow. Better than Blood Moderate as well.
Eldest Reborn can be good as well.
Make him discard a card. Bring back one of your own creatures.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that many creatures. So
bring back Planeswalkers as well.
Yeah.
Brings back a Khan. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, some good options there.
If Mario plays, for example, a Josu Vest early game as an only creature, the Eldest Reborn will take care of it.
Actually, that's very true. Yeah, I mean, Mario Redenas Lopez isn't playing a huge number of creatures, and if he just plays out a 4/5 to block or whatever, Eldest Reborn, a very nice answer to that, and discarding a card as well, no joke. So, yeah, I don't hate that at all, Raph. I don't hate that at all.
I just don't know how Mario is going to sideboard. I like the Last Reckoning was pretty good in game 1.
Bring in another one of them.
Cast Down, Doomfall. I know everything seems good.
Is Cast Down even good, though? This is the thing. You look at Cast Down, you think, geez, this card is busted. Like, it's better than Doomblade, but so many of the best threats in Standard are legendary.
It's true.
Doesn't kill Heart of Kiran. Doesn't kill Lyra Dawnbringer. Doesn't kill the Scarab God.
But
Doesn't
kills
kill
the
Hazoret
Siphoner.
for more than one reason.
I think he could cut on the Cast Downs, on the Torment of Hailfire.
So here is Lopez kicking things off with a Walking Ballista. Daenerys without too much in the way of early plays. He's kept in the gifted Aetherborns here, Raf.
Proving me wrong once again.
I don't know. I don't like it too much, I have to say. I mean, you can't expect to win through early pressure, and even if you could, this guy's just not fast enough. Well, in comes the Aetherborn all the same. Gets you for 2 at 4-point life swing here. Unlikely to trouble Lopez in the long run. I mean, maybe Daenerys wants to be as aggressive as possible and get in nice and quick, but all the same, it's going to be rough going here. And a block with a Walking Ballista? No. He indicated there. He poked the card a little bit.
-2.
Oh, all right. Tidy stuff there from Lopez. That's the single moment of craving coming in from the board.
Doesn't he have...
Oh, one in the main.
He has one in the main, yeah. And even if Antonio wanted to kill the blocker, he would have been able. Mario would have been able to remove the counter, +1/+1 counter.
Yeah, get a little bit of value.
And kill the Etherborn.
Yep. So Lopez up to 22, and that backfiring pretty badly there for Daenerys.
Does he have the 4th land? Yeah, he has a Field of Ruins. Is Siphoner also not great in this matchup?
Discarded there to the Champion of Wits, coming down as a 2/1.
But he needs creatures to bring back with the Scarab God.
Yep.
But they're not all that good in the
in the abstract, no.
At the beginning.
So let's see what Lopez wants to do next. Khan is always a good play. Always a good play on turn 4.
Antonio not as aggressive as game 1 with the Karn activations. He's not going for the top of the deck. Or maybe Mario protecting his library a little more. He's not reaching for the top cards.
Yeah. Yep. A little bit more reserved here, which is good to see. So Khan down to 4 now after that champion gets busy. Invites Khan out to a nice candlelit dinner and serves him up 2 points of damage there. Man, the art on this Khan is just that sweet. Oh my goodness, look at it. You seen a foil copy of this card?
The what? A foil
copy?
copy?
Have you seen a foil copy
No,
of this?
I haven't.
So Dom Atlas, who was cosplaying as Khan at this event, was wearing a lanyard with a foil copy of Khan
Nice.
In a sleeve around his neck. It was so boss.
Nice.
So Khan now continuing to.
He wants to reach for the top guy. The top
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. He's very,
let me do it. Let me do it. Come on,
what
let me do
a
it.
helpful chap. What a helpful chap, Antonio Martos Daenerys. Sends a swamp upstairs here.
Like a kid. Let me do it. Let me do it.
Yeah, yeah. Like my sister, whenever it was birthday in the Knight family household, my sister would always be reaching to try to help you unwrap your presents.
Okay.
She's like, it's fine, Mill. Honestly, just leave it. Just wait till the 2nd of February. You can open all your presents yourself. Get your bloody grubby paws off my ones. Let's have a look at the top 4 cards here with Gonti. My brother as well. Oh my goodness, he used to unwrap presents without ripping the paper. Like he would peel off all the sticky tape. Generally, sibling-based present opening in my life has been it's been a real just hellish experience. Gonti Lord Luxury is a real nice one here for Lopez on so many levels. Here's duress now for Daenerys. It blocks and attacks really nicely in basically any board, but just that guaranteed card advantage, like Baleful Strix,
Yeah.
and Legacy.
It's a Baleful Strix substandard. It feels like Mono Black has Mono Black's cards are just better in this matchup. Like all the cards are so annoying for Blue Black. Gonti is very good. Karn is very good, and he doesn't have the low impact, low curve that Blue Black mid range has.
So Duress hits the Doomfall here for Lopez. And that face upside down card, that face down card next to Gonti, of course, the card that that Lopez exiled there.
Doomfall for what?
So Doomfall, another way to answer.
Oh no, sacrifice it.
Many of the cards that are played at the top level of Standard, for example, Scarab God, Hazard the Fervent. If they're the only card on the battlefield, Doomfall deals with them real nice.
So keeping the Gonti to block, to protect Karn.
Uh-huh.
Look at this. I do it. Let me do it.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Yeah, here you go. Take this one. That's fine. I'll put that in here. Just a helpful kid trying to help you feed the cat, and ends up spilling the kibble all over the kitchen floor as a result. Here's a big play for Lopez now. 6 mana. It's going to be a walking ballista for 3.
He's gonna kill the.
And again, Daenerys with the die. Did you see that?
I'll do everything. I can draw your cards for you.
Give me your cards. Give me cards.
I'll play for you if you want.
Yeah. So ready. Such a helpful boy. Champion of Wits off the top. And he did bring in the Eldest Reborn.
Yeah. He's missing the 5th land.
Here's that champion. Hopefully going to find it off the top. There's an
go.
island. There we go. All right. And looks like a glint sleeve siphoner as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of all these cards not matching very well against the Walking Ballista.
Second land now for Daenerys, but has to ship.
I want to see the next Karn activation.
Yeah. What are the odds of Daenerys? What if Daenerys? What if Lopez goes downstairs with Khan? Is Daenerys going to hand him the card from underneath Khan?
Could be. Come on.
Oh, he's got it! Even before the dice went on the table. Doomfall underneath Khan.
That's good. It's very aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
I could see that kind of play being very. How do you say that?
I don't know, man. Like for me, it is close to like BMing actually.
It's very like.
I don't like it. I mean, we're making a bit of a joke out of it, but like to be real, I really don't like it. I think you should keep your hands to yourself in a situation like that.
What's the word I'm looking for? No, you're scared of your opponent with doing that.
Oh, and trying to intimidate him.
Intimidating. Yeah, that's the word I'm
it's
looking
a power
for.
play for sure. Yeah, here's Daenerys now with the Eldest Reborn.
I don't know. I like it.
I don't like it, dude. Eldest Reborn going to come down, sacrifice a creature. Going to be Gonti, the Lord of Luxury, hitting the bin. Thank you for your service. And away goes the Aetherborn. And so now, Lopez off the top. Sitting pretty behind this Khan. He's going to have to discard a card next turn, but no worries. Got a nice full grip. And
the Torment's going to be very good soon. And there's another Torment, so it's possible that the Torment is going to fire next turn.
So Lopez goes downstairs with Khan this time. Daenerys not given another chance to start fiddly fighting around with his opponent's cards. And it is a hostage taker that hits the exile zone.
Yeah, just to keep his walking ballista around.
Lopez. What's up for him next? What's next on the menu here with Chef Lopez?
The Torment of Hailfire next turn is going to sting a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Torment for 6.
Huge plays here for Lopez. If he can continue to enact this well, I mean, pretty dominating game that he's had so far here. This game has progressed at a pretty slow pace, it has to be said, but we've seen some pretty sweet plays. Here's just chucks it on the table. Tap enough lands. 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, 420. Getcha.
For 7. So every permanent he doesn't sacrifice
is going to cost him 3 life.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lopez counting him up there, and Donaire now with the unenviable task of having to deal with this Torment of Hailfire.
And next turn he can just get the second one from under Karn.
From under Karn, yeah. So just it's going to be run it right back. Run right back to her here now. And what I can tell you what Donaire's doing now. He's reading the card, going, "Yep, okay, yep. Oh, it's 3 life. I thought it was just 1. Oh, it's 3 life. Okay, yeah. Well, in that case, I don't have a chance. Good game.
I guess it's a better card than I don't know. I don't think it was necessary in that situation, but I guess it's.
You know what? It's the reverse Sphinx's Revelation. You know, halfway through the game with blue-white control, they'll just tap all their lands and put a Sphinx Revelation on the stack, and you extend the hand. Torment of Hailfire does the same thing. Big X spell ends the game on the spot, just like that.
So was it needed? The question is, was it needed? Did he need the card? It was a game-ending card, like we've seen that he tapped out, sacrificed 7 permanents. You're on 10. You're dead. But did he really need the card?
The thing I don't like about the card, right, is that it serves a single purpose.
Yep.
And in a control deck, you're looking for flexibility. You're looking for your cards to cover as many bases as possible. Sphinx's Revelation, in a jam can gain you 3, 4 life, whatever else. Find the things you need. It's good as a mid-game card as well as a late-game finisher. Whereas Torment of Hellfire doesn't really do anything else. If they're ahead, you can't make them sacrifice. They just pay 9 life and they continue to beat you down.
And have to rest and negate. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's good.
No, I agree with your assessment so far. I think they're looking for a finisher that also can do pull double duty as a stabilizer as well, because Torment of Hellfire doesn't do that. No, doesn't do that at all. Anyway, that's all she wrote today, sports fans, for our live magic here in this round of GP Birmingham. We've got to go to a break. We'll see you on the other side of it, though, for more Standard here from Birmingham. So don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss it. Whoops, there we go. Got that one on there. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to live coverage of GP Birmingham. We're going to get away with some Time Walk magic, but my friends, just before we get stuck into that, I do want to just take 1 minute to do something, of course. Back at home in Australia today, it is Mother's Day, and I know my mum is watching from back at home. So if I can be self-indulgent for just 15 seconds. Mum, happy Mother's Day. You're the greatest woman on earth. I love you very much. You're wonderful. Thanks so much for that. And Raphael Levy, we are going to get away with some Time Walk magic. We do have, of course, more standard to bring you. We're going to show off some of the Belgian superstars who have come to hustle and bustle here in standard. So let's get to it, and I'll get away with our Time Walk magic now here at GP Birmingham, the standard portion. Day number 2, Peter Vieren versus Michael Deckert. Green-blue merfolk. The fish life is real for the Belgian here. And Peter Vieren, I'm sure, a name that many people know here. And merfolk, were you expecting to see this in standard, Raf?
So I actually talked to Pascal, his brother, and he said, Peter was not ready to play standard. He was only going to play standard if he did badly in the Legacy tournament. And he said he hated Merfolk, but that was the only deck available to him.
Well, he's done pretty well at 7-2. Still alive for top 8 here, of course. Not the record he'd be hoping for, but all the same, he's hustling hard with it. Silvergill Adept and Eternal All-Star here, meeting Llanowar Elves, another very strong card from Magic's history here, and Vieren is, well, he's doing the best with the hand that he's got, huh?
No, the deck is actually pretty good.
You think so?
Yeah.
Tell us about this deck, Raph.
So it goes big. Like
Okay.
first you start with 2-1, but then your team is about a bunch of 4/4s, 5/5s, with cards like the Merfolk Lord,
Mm-hmm.
the
A Merfolk, hang on, you talk about Kumina?
2/2 for 2.
Oh, sure.
There are a lot of Merfolk Lords.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The
yeah,
+1/+1.
you're going to have to be a little more specific. Yeah. Oh, the 2-mana 2/2 that pumps all of your all of your
the ones
Merfolk?
he has in hand.
Yeah. You're talking about Merfolk Mistbinder.
Mistbinder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Yes,
green blue
that one exactly.
The green blue one. Yeah.
And the legendary Merfolk as well.
Kumina?
Kumina.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or do you mean Tishana, the 7-drop?
This one, no. There's
No.
another one too. The Stachova. But this one is not in the game.
No.
In the deck.
Deep Root Waters now
First-
for Peter Vieren as well.
Yeah, first he's going to go wide, and then he's going to go wide, and he's going to go big.
Okay.
So a lot of 1/1s. They're going to be 2/2s. And he's going to start drawing cards with Kumina.
Pretty good recipe for success here, although Deckert has got a nice one in Walking Ballista, but in response, going to ping that Silvergill out. A nice play from Deckert there before the Mistbinder really gets things out of control. And makes it 2/2 hexproof here as well. Deep Root Waters, a little bit of a real setup cost, right? You've got to pay the 3 mana to not impact the board and basically do nothing for it on your third turn. But, the payoff is very, very real.
There's a
Oh, and a Merfolk Trickbinder as well.
they
Or Trickster, I should say.
there could have been something pretty sweet here. He could have waited for Michael to put a cannon on the ballista to kill the Mistbinder, and use the Trickster to tap the ballista.
Oh,
That
yeah?
wouldn't have done much, I guess, because he would have killed them on his turn. So never mind.
Well, Vieren well and truly getting underway with this army in a can that he has, and
So that was the
Deckert
plan.
doesn't have too much more to do other than put a counter on his ballista there.
Now my plan would not have worked, but that was something to keep in mind for later. On his turn, that would have worked. Now the card drawing engine of the Merfolk deck.
So here is the Tyrant of Erasco.
So you tap 1 Merfolk to have a Merfolk unblockable.
Only makes him unblockable.
Makes him unblockable. You tap 3 Merfolks
Draw your
to
card.
draw a card.
And 5, Gavany Township. Put
5 to
plus
give all
one-
your team +1/+1.
+1/+1 counter on all of your team. Yeah, so slices and does it all, this guy. And, obviously a highly synergy-focused card, a very, very linear card indeed, and you can't really afford to play any non-Merfolk creatures as a result, but Vieren looks to be doing exactly that. What's he thinking about right now, Raph?
Michael is thinking about killing the Mistbinder
I
in
see.
response.
In response, yep. Well, ultimately, that's not going to be the case here. Kumina comes down and immediately will have a huge impact here.
Yeah,
Because, of course, as you can see, There are 6 merfolk on the battlefield. Immediately drawing cards. We're going upstairs with the township activation, or
I think drawing cards first. Or maybe waiting, maybe passing the turn, and see what Michael's doing with his ballista. Maybe to save the Mistbinder. Just pump everything in response.
in response to it. Okay. Well, here's an attack now. These little 2/2s getting in. One of them has summoning sickness. Oh, no, he's tapping them. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's drawing. That's what I thought.
Deckard's like, that one's got summoning sickness. No. I'm going to draw a card. You think I want to attack?
Oh, come
think
on.
I want to attack with this? Come on.
Oh, these are two funky draws.
Yeah, what's he found?
2 of the same card.
Is it Kumina?
Yeah.
Tyrant of Araska?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, it basically makes a 2/2 X-proof.
Yeah.
So it would not have been too bad. I did not play the land this turn.
So it's just a 3 mana
Untap,
2/2
make
X-proof.
it 2 X-proof. Yeah.
Yep. So not the best draws here for Viren. Deckard, on the other hand, see what he can get together on his 5th turn, and a Gearhulk's a nice one. All of them going on the ballista here, and these counters can really start to do some damage. But Viren, I bet Viren's happy he's got a second copy of the Tyrant now, huh?
Because probably what Michael's thinking of is killing the Mistbinder first and Kumena. Just
a Kumena.
Oh, that's great. Oh, must feel good.
Must feel good for Peter Viren there.
Gearhulk, fine.
Yeah,
I'm just playing. Oh, it just. I thought it was the force copy. No, it's just.
Oh, look at all these blank pieces of card with my hand. Oh, my opponent has just made it live again. Fantastic. So Deckard, a little punish there. I mean, he wasn't to know, of course. We're going to see Viren continue to draw cards.
So going white first.
There's actually a large Belgian contingent standing behind us in the coverage area watching this match. Viren is amongst them here. Sorry, I cut you off, Raph. Go on.
That's okay. That's all right. Drink another card. And now we're going big.
Here's another Merfolk Mistbinder, and this one slowly but surely getting away from Michael Deckard.
Yes.
Deep-Root Waters is... Look how many tokens it's made. 5 tokens already. It's put 15 power onto the board.
And drew him about 4 cards?
Yeah.
4 or 5 cards?
Yeah. Bunch of extra cards as well.
If that card was a tribal enchantment Merfolk, that'd be so good.
See what Deckard's got now. 5 mana. Another Verdurous Gearhulk.
Oh, come on. Kill Kumena here.
Plop them all on here. And is he going to kill another? Is he going to kill another Kumena?
No, he can't because Kumena is a 2/6 now.
2/6?
I think so.
No, 2/5.
It's 2/5?
2/5, man.
How big is it? 2/3?
It's a 2/3.
2/3, so it's 2/5.
natural.
Yeah.
Or is it a 2/4? Now you've put doubt in my mind. Okay.
2/4,
Never listen to
what-
anything I ever say ever again, ladies and gentlemen.
It's 2/6 now. He can't kill it. That's what I said.
Okay, so 4/6, but all right.
4/6.
We're both
we
just
gotta get
completely punting him up the field today. Oh, my goodness. So the Merfolk Mistbinder down here to the Ballista activation.
He's not tapping his Merfolks to draw. He wants to keep his Merfolks to block. His 2/2s to block. You're passing the turn with... Pass the turn when you know your opponent's going to draw like 3 or 4 cards.
Yeah,
you know it can't be good.
This is pretty gross, dude. This is pretty gross. The combination of Deep-Root Waters and the Tyrant of Araska is just huge. Just bloody huge here.
So did he end up getting the Immortal Sun?
Kumina?
Yeah.
Initially, the Merfolk do take control of the city of Araska, or Kumina does. He's a sort of radical faction. But ultimately, no, it is the Immortal Sun leaves Ixalan.
Oh, where does he go?
Well, to Nicol Bolas.
Oh, that's
presumably next to Ravnica.
That's not good. It can't be good.
Can't be good. Vraska did deliver it to Lord Nicholas.
To Nicola Bola.
Nicola Bola,
Yeah.
meanest girl in school. And ultimately, it was actually the Sun Empire that took control of the Golden City, with Huatli heading off to Kaladesh to hang out with, I think, Sahili over there.
Oh, man, you lost me here. I'm lost in the...
You're lost, yeah.
I'm lost in
We're not
the
talking about
multiverse.
Jared and Baron and Squee and Cisse.
This is more of my thing.
Deep-Root Waters number 2 now for Peter Viren.
I know my history lessons. I'm not reading People's Magazine.
I do apologise for anyone for any spoilers that I've updated you with the lore there. But having said that, these stories have been out for several months. I don't want you to be shocked to learn that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father as well. But, you know.
What?
Oh, sorry. It's only been 40 years since that film came out. Here's Alana Worlds on turn number 1 for Michael Deckert. Viren without any plays of his own after a Botanical Sanctum comes down for him. Let's see if Deckard can get his snoot into this game in a more meaningful way. 3 mana on turn 2 is the way you do it. Aethersphere Harvester getting it done now.
So as one-offs in Peter's deck, that's worth mentioning, is the 1 Jade Bear, 4 Adventurous Impulse.
Oh yeah, the Green Gronda.
And 4 Kumena Speaker.
Silvergill Adept and Vieren's like, Viren almost discarded the Merfolk Lord there.
The Merfolk Looter?
No, it's not Merfolk Looter, mate, is it? No.
What's the 1/1 guy that draws and discard?
It is Merfolk Looter.
Merfolk Looter, yeah, when you tap it.
Yeah.
Isn't there like one you draw and, yes, it's the Traders.
Sure.
It's a 1/2. 1/2 for 2. Draw a card, discard a card. I don't remember that. That was a pretty good card in the Recurring Nightmares decks. But here we have a lot of actions going on.
Yeah. So we got Walking Ballista coming down after a little snaky snake now, and that is going to crew up the Aethersphere Harvester, the Walking Ballista. So robots driving helicopters here and heading over to teach Peter Viren a lesson, and lifelink activated as well. Now Viren has, of course, cast the Silvergill Adept, revealed the Kumena Tyrant of Erazka, going, hey, remember this guy? Remember this guy? How he absolutely romped and stomped all over you last match? Last game? He's here again.
He's going to be a little slow.
A little bit of a slower start here.
Yeah.
And under a bit more pressure, and this is where a card like Deep-Root Waters is a little bit more embarrassing, right?
On the draw, yeah. On the draw, it is embarrassing. And now, next turn, Walking Ballista could go to 4/4.
Yeah.
And shoot pretty much everything.
So Deckard in a much better position this time around. Deep-Root Waters, as we're going to see here, Viren is going to take his turn to do absolutely stone nothing. And back to Deckard now, who untaps in a commanding position. Although his hand isn't great, Ralph.
That doesn't matter. What he has on the board is great, and it's not like Merfolk is going to do much against the Ballista. He might have naturalizes, but here he's just falling behind. 2
counters put on the Walking Ballista thanks to the Snake's static ability.
Elf piloting the Exosphere. And it's a big attack.
So huge attack here now, and wow, Viren's going to get to block?
Yeah, well, maybe killing it first was probably a better option.
Okay, well, Deckard's going to pump up the Aethersphere Harvester with lifelink now, and Viren really put to the task. Those life totals don't seem to be 100% correct here.
They're 100% incorrect.
They're 100% incorrect, actually, yeah. I mean, they're not as incorrect as they could be, but they are definitely neither looking pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know the...
It's a shame the Snake didn't pilot the Aethersphere Harvester, because then we would have had... Well, not Snake on a plane, but a Snake on some kind of flying vehicle. Which would definitely be worth something.
Is there a plane? No,
it's not a plane.
The Weatherlight is not a plane. It's a plane.
Well, I mean, in the loosest definition. I mean, in
Very
German
loose.
You could probably get away with it. In German, a plane is a Flugzeug.
Oh, a Flugzeug?
A flying thing.
Flying thing, yeah.
So, the Weatherlight, I guess, in that sense, is a flying thing.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't know, Schlange auf den Flugzeuger?
Yeah, that would work. That would work.
Deep-Root Elite now. Makes a 1/1 little Merfolk token. And a Merfolk miss. Whoa. I'll just stop you there, says Michael Deckard.
Come to farm.
Calm your farm.
Come to farm.
Deep-Root Elite hits the bin. And another little 2/2 hexproof now for Viren. So he has been able to build out a little bit of a more convincing board here.
With 4 mana, Michael can just kill the Trickster, the Mistbinder, sorry, and attack for a gazillion damage.
Upstairs with the Walking Ballista, and the combination between the Snake and the Ballista just too strong here. Too strong.
How is he on 12? That's again.
This is.
This is not- this is
Got
not-
no idea.
This is not. Yeah, don't.
Don't pay no attention
So
to the live totals behind the screen there.
Yeah, last turn he was on 16. He attacked, and now he's on 12.
Big attacks now for Deckard
Yeah.
getting in. I think we're going to see some old chumperoonies happening here. And we are going to have to speed up this a little bit because it looks like players are taking their seats behind us for the next round. So try to get a bit of a hustle going on here between Vieran and Deckard.
Especially since we're probably going to see a game 3.
By the way things are looking now, yes.
I don't know. 12 life is pretty low.
I guess 12 life pretty low in the face of these merfolk fellas here. But Deckard here now activates the ballista. He's done the same thing for the last 10 turns, and he doesn't need to do too much else, really, with Vieran on not 17. Oh, but look at this. That's going to stymie his attacks for at least one turn, you would think, here.
Oh, but he's actually coming back in this game. What?
Okay. Please, once again, ladies and gentlemen, disregard the live totals. No idea what's going on there. oh, they're changing.
Now he's on 6.
This is like it's like Commander Vimes in Jingo. He's got the disorganizer that is giving him the completely wrong time scale here.
I'm not sure about that. Ping Kumena for 4. How about just attacking?
No idea.
I don't know.
No idea. We are down the wrong leg of the trousers of time here, Raf, and I've got no idea what's going on.
If he attacked, it would have been so much better. I don't know what his life total is, but that could have been a lot better to just attack. But he's coming back in this game.
Well, Vieira now
Oh,
trying to see something together, and a hard reset of the live totals, both back to 20. Oh my goodness. Nothing to be done here, of course. This is Time Walk magic, so we can't exactly fix it up here. And we've got now Merfolk Mistbinder. Another little 1-1, or 2-2, I should say now. And all of a sudden, Deeproot Waters took that turn off, but the investment's paying dividends.
Yeah.
Fatal push on the Mistbinder, however, for Deckard to try to keep things under control. This game continues on turbo mode now as Vieran draws another card. Deckard.
I'm really interested to see the actual life totals.
I think their life totals are Deckard's on a bunch, Vieran's on not so much.
I think one of them is correct.
And now, activating the...
Okay, that's fine.
Activating the Aether Harvester is enough to do it, and that goes to game number 3. But unfortunately, we're going to have to cut things off there because our next round is coming your way before very much longer we can confirm Peter Vieran winning game number 3, and therefore the match 2-1. And so that's the way it goes there. And my friends, Raf and I are going to step out of the booth, take a quick break. On the other side of this, of course, Tim Willoughby and Simon Gertzen will be with you for more live magic coming away here from GP Birmingham. We are getting underway with Standard, of course. It's been good so far to see some of the Standard decks on display here during Good Morning Magic. But for those of you who are wanting to see how things continue towards the top 8, we're going to see some, some pretty hard-hitting decks on the road towards the finals here, Raf.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are indeed. Blue-white control, perhaps. I know you've got your eye on some of the
red-black,
the mono-colored decks or the aggressive decks. Talk to us about some of these red aggressive decks.
So they're relying on Goblin Churn Whirlers along with the Karn often. They don't all play Karn. Unlicensed Disintegration, Heart of Kirin. Bunch of very, very good cards in the format.
Yeah,
so I would give red black the favorite. I think it would be favorite in this tournament.
All right. Well, let's see how things shake out. We are going to take a break. However, on the other side of this, Tim and Simon will be here to guide you through the next round of Standard here from GP Birmingham. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.